All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Harakach Wadash. Double honor to our apostles and our elder bishops and bishops of the great millstone who teach God and rule well. Greetings, salutations, blessings, and much love unto you, hopefully elect out there. Shalom unto you. Brush Quad with a quick video. And just saying that this setup is Esau's dominion, okay? It's the blessing he was given from Isaac. All right, matter of fact, the word dominion that I'm using in the title comes from Genesis 26, but the word dominion itself is sovereignty or control, okay? It says man's attempt to establish dominion over nature. 2, the territory of a sovereign or government, okay? Supremacy, ascendancy, okay? Superiority. Okay, this is his time to be in rulership, man, to lead. Okay, and it's been a wicked ruling and lead. Okay, let's see. Historically, each of the self-governing territories of the British Commonwealth. Okay, same thing. Domination. Okay, dominion, Lord or master, okay, the ruler. All right, but it comes from Genesis, bear with me. Yep, Genesis 27, verse 34, it says, and when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great exceeding bitter cry. Genesis 27, 34. It says, and he said unto his father, bless me, even me, O my father. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety, he had taken away thy blessing. But it was prophecy that was told to Rebekah that we were supposed to get it anyway. In the 25th chapter, it says, and he said, is he not rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times when he got the birthright, and then when he actually accepted the birthright. It says, for he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, yet he had taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all thy brethren have I given him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? I've given him everything. What shall I give to you? Ain't nothing left to give you, right? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Esau is the forefather of the so-called white people. You guys are the Edomites of the Bible, okay? That's your biblical nationality, all right? And you were created for a purpose, and you were created to have this dominion now, okay? Verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. You're gonna run the world, and you're gonna have all the resources under your control and all the position. You're just gonna have the best of the best. And he says, where'd it go? Yeah, right here. He says, and by the sword shalt thou live. You're going to be a killer. Okay, a murderer, really. It says, and shall serve thy brother. Okay, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, when you have the rulership, the superiority, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. You're going to raise up from under his ruins. And when was he, the yoke on his neck? King David had the Edomites under subjection. Okay, and King Solomon, his son. All right. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of, and why did he hate it so much? Because that's what he really wanted, and he's still trying to make that happen today, and he's trying to fulfill it. All right, but it's on the left-hand side, right? It says, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right. And that's how he feels about it. All right. From there, let's go to Job. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces, the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay, if this ain't the Edomites, you know, these so-called white people aren't the Edomites, and who is he? All right, and where is it? And when you look at their rulership, what do you see? You see exactly how not to live in the earth. All right, let's go to Proverbs right quick. Exactly how not to live. And it was for a purpose. Proverbs 16:4, the Lord Yahweh have made all things for himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil. And the day of evil is coming. What's the name of that day of evil? The day of the Lord, or Jacob's trouble in the hour of temptation. Okay? These are days that are coming, man, for our people. All right? From there, let's go to... we're in Obadiah chapter 1, verse 1. So the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power Yahweh concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor of the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, let us rise up against her in battle. Who's that ambassador? The Edomites, man, particularly Amalek. All right, and it says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Even though they call themselves the majority, they're really the vast minority. They're the smallest group of people on the planet. Yeah, if you broke all 12 tribes of Jake down and then classified them into other groups, and half the Hispanics are Spanish now they're part of yours, and man, stop. Native Americans are now Edomites, and everybody's a damn Edomite now, or so-called white Caucasian now. No, just because you've ruled those lands, that don't mean you can call those people your people. But they do that to inflate the numbers and skew and lie so you can't figure out who's who and what's what. If you're an identity thief, you got to keep the people guessing who's who. All right, it says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. And who likes to dwell in the clefts of the rocks in the mountains? Caucasian means cave dweller. Literally, it says, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high rises also, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? He's prideful, right? It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Okay? And it tells you why he's going to bring him down as you read more into this book, right? Oh, that's what I was thinking. Well, now I'll go to the book of Second Esdras and the Apocrypha. Oops, 6th chapter, 6th, 7th verse. Second Esdras, chapter 6, verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Now, if everybody understands that time doesn't stop, that energy doesn't stop, so it's not the true end of the world. There's no end of the world, as the scriptures say. Okay? Speaking of the earth. But there's an end of an age, an end of rulership. Okay? And there's an end for these Edomites' rulership. Okay? And at the very end of it is the rise of the Israelites again. Jacob. All right? It says, the hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question asked thou not. All right? So this man assumed into power right after that. All right? And the way he set up his situation, he feel as though he don't have to go down. On the book of Psalms, there's a few of them in the book of Psalms. Start with 49 and like 10 or 11, something in there. 11. Psalm 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. Meaning that they're never going to come out of power. They're always going to rule over everything. Okay, but it said, when thou have the dominion, okay, you should break the yoke off his neck. But Jacob's blessing still has to come to pass. They called their names after their own lands. Okay, so that has to happen. Habakkuk, just flowing though. Habakkuk to start at verse 5. Matter of fact, start at verse 4. Yep, it says, behold, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, philosophy, he is a proud man. Okay? Neither keepeth at home. He's always out traveling and conquering and being in what's that called? Embassies and whatnot, right? It says, who enlarges his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. He gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Okay, why he feels he's a vast majority, because he brings all the people to himself and have them working for him, even trying to liken themselves unto him. Okay, living his lifestyle, living his way of life, his philosophies in life, controlling everybody. Okay. Okay, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, with heavy debt, man. We're watching the collapse of these banks with his heavy debt. All right? We're watching all the shit he's done in the earth that he's going to have to pay for. It's like a debt he's going to have to pay with his ass. All right? You know, money's collapsing. His way of life ain't working. All these things are happening. All right? And now, matter of fact, I mean, I can keep verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, and of the city, and of all that dwell therein. He has to do it. And it goes on and on, right? From there, though, let's go. He don't feel he can ever be taken down because of what? Matter of fact, before I grab it, because you have to understand, this man still has the pride of Cain on him. All right? And we should know this story in Genesis 4 about Cain. But we have to understand, let me see. Yep. Verse 13, and Cain said unto the Lord Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And that's what this man has been. The identity thief, man. Killing and stealing. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. So you can't take this man down. Everybody understands this. You can't take this man down. It's a problem, all right? So he's been proud to just go off and do whatever the hell he wants to do in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth, said, lest any find him, should kill him. I'm sorry. It says, and the Lord Yahweh set a mark upon Cain, it's a mark of leprosy, lest any finding him should kill him. All right? So anybody that comes across the one person on the earth that doesn't have pigment, okay, as a nation of people, stay the hell away from them. Don't kill them. Why? Because he created them for the day of the Lord and for a day of vengeance and for a day of evil. Okay? So this has to take place. He had to a lot of prophecy had to run through Esau, man. Okay, the captivities, the example of what not to do on the earth. Okay, let's go to John right quick. St. John chapter 10 and 10. It says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. All right, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. But that's what this man has been doing this whole time on the earth, still killing, robbing, stealing, and killing and destroying. All right. Also in Ezekiel, the prophecy says, Ezekiel 35, I'll get to the point in verse 5, even though you read the top, it's clearly talking about Mount Seir, which is the people before it's a place. It says, because thou hast had verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, the time of their calamity and the time of their punishment, when I had them going off, when I allowed them to go off according to punishment, because their evil hearts, right? And the stony hearts, it says, in the time that their iniquity had an end, therefore as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. So this man is going to come down. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right, and it continues on as well. But until that moment, he thinks he can upset prophecy. All right, let me see. Because really, it shows you no matter who's in rulership, no one will be successful unless they live by the laws of the Heavenly Father. Salakia. Okay. It says here in verse 147:19, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. And that's because they won't live in everlasting rulership, because they won't live by the righteous ways. Let's go down to this. Psalm chapter 50 and 16. Yep, it says, but unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? I didn't give you my covenant, right? Seeing thou hast hated instruction with the statute, laws, and commandment I gave you, you hate those, and castest my words behind thee. Okay? So, if you're not going to pay attention, you're not going to rule forever, man. If you're not going to follow after what my commandments are, you're not going to rule forever. And the people that are impersonating the real Israelites, you can see that they're not following the statute, laws, and commandments of the Bible. Okay, as they're supposed to be of the ruling class of Israel. Okay? From there is this, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, because he has a God complex, right? Start up there. Yep. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Okay, so everybody's been trying to figure out who's this son of perdition, this wicked, this evil man. Okay, because even though his skin color is a marker, he makes you forget about those things. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, God, okay, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Okay, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. At this point, he's clearly showing you who he is. He's starting to show you them devilish horns, because he knows he had but a short time. He's revealing his master plan of the NWO. Okay? It says, for the mystery of iniquity do already work. Only he who now letteth will let everybody realize that this man is the problem in the earth. Double crossing and just not being an honest, straightforward person, man. He's always got something, backdoor way to connive, to steal, kill, and destroy. Right? It says, only he who now letteth will let till he be taken out of the way. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume. Where'd it go? So the Lord consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, and them that perish. Okay, and it goes on to our people that believe in that, right? Because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Okay, so they're going to follow after this devil. You're after your father, the devil. Right? But he still thinks with that God complex that he can fulfill his rulership and have dominion forever with that God complex if he gets this image off the ground. Okay, Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image, and that beast is them clicking together in the different lands, the EU and NATO nations, have gathered up and become a beast against the Walsar pack, which is another group of Edomites running that over there. But anyway, they came together, and they feel like if they push their agenda to the fullest, they'll be able to rule forever with this. Okay, so they have that's the first beast, and that first beast is modeled after the Roman Empire. They're the rebirth of the Roman Empire, right? That the image of the beast should both speak. What's that image of the beast speaking? That's this technocracy coming to life. All right, and called that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So they're going to force you into it. And he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. And that mark, word that we keep reading, is the charagma in the Greek, which means an incision or an impaling. All right, so they're going to stake something or stick you with something and then push an implant in there with it. That's the syringe. All right, that's going to lead that CHIP into you. All right, it says, or in the foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. And with this, they can control everything. It's already a surveillance society. It's already a technocracy. They just cut you off technologically, and now you have to get on board. Okay, be obedient in the system. All right, or you'll be killed. You'll starve to death on the outside, so on and so forth of society. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, and I'm gonna end it there and I head on in. So Lord willing, this was edifying, man. This man really, this is his blessing, when the time of his blessing, and this is his dominion. This is Esau's dominion right now, and he's trying to take over the whole world forever, okay, in rulership of that blessing, if he can get his NWO off. And the scriptures say, matter of fact, let me get it one more time. One more script, bear with me. Yep, Job chapter 20, verse 23. See, start at 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. The wicked is talking about these other nations also. When he is about to fill his belly, performing his new world order to fulfill his God position and eternal rulership that he believes he's going to do with his NWO, okay, technocracy, it says, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and he shall reign upon it while he is eating. Okay, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. There's nuclear destruction, dashing his whole kingdom into pieces, man. Okay, so even though he thinks he's about to fulfill this thing, he's not going to be able to fulfill it, man. All right, but this right now, he believes he can fulfill his blessing with his dominion, and he's going to try to make his dominion forever, man. But the Lord has other plans. So with that, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, Bashim Krakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elder bishops and bishops of the great millstone who teach God and rule well. Greetings, salutations, blessings, and much love unto the helpful elect. Until the next one. Shalom.